Okay, this will be a video lesson for Algebra 1 for properties and the distributive property. This form is available in Canvas. Okay, so you can access it there. All right, you don't have to memorize the property names. The names will be given to you. The biggest thing for you would just be to identify the examples. So reflective is pretty simple. It's the same. 8 is 8, x is x. Additive identity. Identity means self. So if you look at this, 8 plus 0 is 8. It's itself. 10 plus 0 is 10. It's itself. For multiplication, 8 times 1 is 8. 15 times 1 is 15. So it's self. Inverse. Inverse means opposite. Okay? So if you can see, these are opposites. 7 and negative 7. 8 and negative 8. Okay? Multiplicative inverse. Those are opposites. 10, 1/10. 5 and 1/5. Okay? Multiplication property of 0, pretty easy. Multiplying by 0. Not a lot to that. Okay? Commutative. Okay? Now your parents, okay, if they're working in an office right now, I know before pandemic, a lot of people did commute. What does commute mean? Means going from A to B, and then you come back. Okay? All right, so from B to A. So it's an opposite order. So if you see 7 plus 8, same as 8 plus 7. 5 times 4, 4 times 5. All that happens is you have an order. Okay? Now, associative means the parentheses move. Okay? So if you notice this example, 7 plus 3 plus 2, it looks the same. The only difference is the parentheses move. The same for multiplication. Okay? All right? Now, we're going to talk about the distributive property today. Okay? What the distributive property does is it takes this number and multiplies. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Okay? All right? And then I've got this example. 5 times 4x is 20x. 5 times 12 is 60. So that's pretty easy. The transitive property, okay? So basically the concept behind the transitive property is A to B, B to C, and then these two connect, okay? So the idea is it's a long connection, all right? Almost like a train, all right? So let's go ahead and, so you're going to use those names, okay? From before. All right, so we got the reflexive, the identity, the inverse, all right, the, we'll say multiplication of 0, so multiply 0. Okay, we got the commutative, we got the associative, we got the distributive, and we got the transitive property. Okay, so those are the names. What I'd like you to do is pause and just do the odds. Those are these problems. Okay? All right? All right. So let's pause for a second. Go ahead and do those first 11. All right? Unpause. Okay? So what's going to happen here? That order is flipping. That's commutative. Okay? This, all right, ends up being k plus 0. So this is just going to be an identity. All right? This is basically the parentheses went away. That's the distributive property. Okay? If you notice here, the parentheses switch. That's associative. All right? Here we got g and x, and now x and g, so that's the commutative. And then I got 0 plus b, that's itself, so that's an identity. Okay? All right, now pause, okay, and do 13 through 21. Unpause, okay? This is reflexive. Okay, same on both sides. This is an identity. It's just itself. A multiplication of 0 property. Okay? All right. If this equals this, then this equals this. This is a commutative property. Okay? This flips around. This one, we're going to go ahead and skip. Don't Don't worry about that one. You don't have to do that one yet. Okay? Okay, we're just going to do these last two. Go ahead and do these last two. You can actually skip this one. Okay? What's going on here? Okay? If 6 plus 3 is 9 and 9 equals 3 plus 3, then that's going to be the transitive property. So that's good for the property stuff. Okay? If you want to, all right, you can do the evens. Okay? If you want the extra practice, I will just briefly write what the answers are here. Okay? This would be associative. This would be commutative. This would be the multiplication of 0. Okay, don't worry about that one. This will be the distributive. This would be a commutative. Okay, this would be an identity. This would be reflexive. This would be an identity. You can skip this one. This would be reflexive. Okay. You don't think you can skip that one, and you can skip that one. All right. We're not covering those. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about the distributive property. Okay, go ahead and copy these 3 examples down. Okay, so what we're going to do with those, we take this and we multiply. All right, so the key thing is really watching your signs. 10 times 2, 10 times negative 7. Okay, we'll get into exponent rules later on. For right now, we're just going to leave this as 20x minus 70. Okay? All right, this one, same thing. Negative 2 times x. All right, so the question is what number's in front of x? That's a 1. Okay? Negative 2 times 1, negative 2. Negative 2 times 5, or negative 2x, and negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Okay? We're going to go ahead and multiply these ones. Negative 8, or negative 5 times 8, and negative 5 times negative 4. Which will be, so I got negative 40x and positive 20. Notice the signs, so really watch your signs. Okay? All right? So, I would like you to pause the video, and I would like you to do these 3 questions. Okay, pause the video, you do those 3 questions. All right, so here's how you do them. Okay, I'm going to put that 1 there. 12 times 1, 12 times negative 7. That's 12x and minus 84. Okay? Then negative 3 times 2, negative 3 times 5. So I got negative 6x minus 15. Okay? Then I would do negative 4 times 9 and negative 4 times negative 1. All right, so I got negative 36x and a positive 4. Okay? All right. All right, now, let's go on to these next 3 examples. All right, go ahead and copy these 3 examples down. Okay, go ahead and copy these down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go over those. Okay, all right. So what I would do, as you can see, there's two distributing questions here. I'm going to take this 8 and I'm going to multiply. Okay, there's a 1 in front of x if you need that 1. All right, 8 times 1, 8 times 5. So that's going to be 8x plus 40. Then I'm going to take this 7. Now, the key thing is, whatever sign is here, all right, treat this sign like it is. So now I'm going to treat that sign like a positive 7. So positive 7 times 2, positive 7 times negative 5. Okay, so I got I got 14x and minus 35. Now, in our first lesson, we talked about combining like terms. Okay, so this term is the same as this term. So what I would do is 8 plus 14, which gives me 22x. Remember, we do not change the exponents. Okay, then I got 40 minus 35, which would be positive 5. And so that would be my answer. Okay. Do the same thing. 10 times 2x, or 10 times 2. 10 times 2. 10 times negative 4. All right, so I got 20x minus 40. Now, I am going to treat this like a negative 3. So I'm going to put that 1 there, and I'm going to treat that like a negative 3 because there's a minus sign. So negative 3 times 1, negative 3 times 6. So I got negative 3x and minus 18. Okay, so that's very important you treat that like that. Okay, so here's my like terms. 20 minus 3, type the signs I see. That's 17. And then I got negative 40 minus 18. Negative 40 minus 18, I just type the signs I see. Minus 58. Okay? All right, going on to this one. I distribute that 5 times, and I'll put a 1 there. That helps. 5 times 1, 5 times 6. So I got 5x. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay? Then I'm going to take this. We're going to treat this like a negative 12. Okay? So negative 12 times 2. And negative 12 times negative 4. So I got negative 24x and positive 48. Once again, my like terms are the x terms. So I got 5 minus 24, which gives me negative 19x. And then I got 30 plus 48. This is 78. Okay? All right. Let me give you guys 3 to do on your own, and then we're done. Okay, so pause the video and go ahead and do those. Okay, let's go ahead and go through these. Multiplying. 15 times 3. 15 times negative 1. So 45x minus 15. Take this as a positive 3. 3 times 7, 3 times 5. 21x. Positive 15. Okay? Those are my like terms. 45 plus 21, which will give me 66. All right, then I got negative 15 plus 15. As you can see, I can either write 0 or I don't have to put anything at all, okay? I'm gonna put a 1 here to help me. 12 times 1, 12 times -4. So that's 12x minus 48. All right, I treat that like a -5, okay? All right, treat that like a -5. So -5 times 2, -5 times 6. Okay, so -10x, -30. Those two would combine, 12 minus 10. Okay, which gives me 2x. -48 minus 30 is -78. And that would be my answer. Okay, last problem. All right, 8 times 7, 8 times 5. Okay, that would be 56x plus 40. Now, I'm going to treat this like a -4, and I'm going to put a 1 there. So -4 times 1, -4 times -2. So I got -4x and +8. Okay, these two would combine. 56 minus 4 is 52. And then 40 plus 8 would be 48. Okay? And that is our lesson on properties and the distributive property.